British Empiricism. Psychology as a form of scientific inquiry was seen as legitimate and acceptable intellectual endeavour of British philosophy. It's a practical and philosophical movement which grew up largely in Britain during the age of reason and the age of enlightenment around 17th and 18th centuries. Important persons are John Locke, Berkeley and David Hume, James Mill and Jon Stewartman. The key points in British empiricism are: knowledge comes from sensory experience and inductive reasoning. Experience is a main element of knowledge and all the experiences are through senses, where we feel the various things by taste, touch, smell, hearing and seeing. All the concepts' origin is from the experiences. Example, the behaviorist is example of behavior which is again due to perceiving by various senses. So, all the rationally acceptable beliefs are justifiable knowledge through experiences. The empiricist tradition is most important for history of psychology in Britain and USA. It began with John Locke in 17th century by accepting the consciousness or at face value, trusting it as a good. If it is a type of imperfect, it is the reflection of the world as bad. So according to him, we have three types of empiricisms: classical empiricism, radical empiricism and moderate empiricism. Classical empiricists believe that there is no such things as innate or inborn knowledge. So they are even learned or attained. That is their meaning. Radical empiricism is the philosophical doctrine founded by William James, and it says that experiences includes both the particulars and the relationship between these particulars. Coming to moderate empiricism, they believe that the concepts, especially mathematical laws or theories, logical truths, are justified and explained independent of experience. They are not related to experience. That is their saying. So, they are considered as analytical truths. So, they are not experiences. That's the theory or the belief of moderate empiricism. Locke says that this is a model of historical plane method, showing that all contents of the mind, which is a blank state, that is meaning tabula rasa, at birth. But after experiences in the form of knowledge from the senses, the reasoning of the brain starts as the child progresses, or the child grows. Contribution of British empiricism to the psychology. Early empiricists are Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, and modern or later empiricists are James Mill, Jon Stewartman, and the modern or the recent are Russells. The major idea of British empiricism is the idea of associationism, is that all complex ideas come from association of simple ideas. Means the major idea comes from with the combination of many simple ideas. So they used associationistic perception in explaining the mental activity. So this led to widespread usage of forming associations in explaining the several psychological factors. So these psychologists developed a form of associationism to explain how most common complex mental concepts also can be derived from the simple sensory experiences. John Locke says that there are two important functions of brain. They are association and the mental operation of reflection. Coming to association, all the sensation collectively forms some perception by principles of logical position or chance. So, associationism by chance or by spontaneous connectivity without any logical thinking or position is called as superstitious reinforcement. Then coming to second one, mental operation of reflection. By the process of reflection and operation of the mind, the new ideas formed based on the simple ideas from sensations. Example, sight, hearing, smelling, etc. So, Locke's psychology is called rational empiricism, and his views are highly influential as he succeeded by retaining the hard part for mind to construct ideas, concepts, and keeping all the theological implications to the soul. So, thinking part is completely to the mind, and this are which are not logical, all to the soul. So, Locke's environmental determinacy provided the stage for later British empiricism movement. Coming to the later empiricists, they are James Mill and Jon Stewartman. Both are father and son. Based on the principles of association and recognizing environmental determinacy of early empiricism, they started contents of mind in terms of acquisition of experiences by individuals. So, associationism is the mechanism of acquisition, and emphasis is placed on learning and memory aspects of the brain. James Mill says that contiguity between the units or environmental gives rise to form associations. Thought sequences are trains of ideas which mimic the order of sensation. So, his views on additivity of mental processes led him to reduce the psychology to radicalism, or that is ridiculous or unreasonable aspect. There is no logic to such ideas. Coming to next person, that is Jon Stewartman, who is a son of James Mill. He states he succeeded in moderating the extreme use of association as a mental combination. He says induction moves from observations to ideas. So, it's clear that from the generalization of ideas to specific, simple or particular concepts. So, general to specific is induction, and specific to general is the deduction method of the information or learning, we can say. So, he says human thoughts, feelings, actions are province of psychology, and the goal of psychology is to find out the underlying causes in human cognitive and emotional activity. According to Jon Stewartman, we have three principles. They are: every experience has conceptualized or corresponding idea. Conceptual or corresponding idea. That is, each and every experience is some concept or idea. Then, second is contiguity and similarity provides associations. Third one is intensity of association is determined by the frequency of its presentation. So, one is every experience is a simple idea. Then contiguity and similarity makes the associations, and intensity of association is determined by it's how many times it is presented. So, James Mill said that a simple ideas form complex ideas, where Jon Mill stated that complex ideas are formed from the simple ideas. And this is the important principle or concept to form the Gestalt psychology, that is, which says that the whole is different from the sum of its parts. So, when we combine all the parts, it may not becoming a whole part. Okay, that is the meaning that Gestalt theory says that. Okay, by Wagner. So, Jon Stewartman is also noted for his advancements and developments in neurophysiology. This is about British empiricism. Thank you.